Last week at Watkins Glen, drama hit early as Jose Doleo crashed on lap 1, turn 1, sparking an intense brawl in the AM class that saw Armando Arends emerge victorious. In the pro class, Miguel Colon ran away with an uncontested win, and now with the points battles tightening, we head to the forests of Wisconsin and the iconic Road America. We go green, live, next on ASN. Our venue for this evening is the virtual Road America. Built in 1955 and located in Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin, it is a celebrated 4.048-mile road course known for its challenging layout and picturesque setting. The track features 14 corners, including iconic corners like the Carousel and Kettle Bottoms, which test drivers' skill and precision. Road America has hosted a wide range of motorsport events, including IndyCar, NASCAR, and sports cars, making it a favorite among fans and drivers. Its rich history and demanding course have solidified its reputation as one of North America's premier racing circuits. The format for the TORQ Sports Car Series is as follows. We are finishing open practice now. We will head into a 15-minute qualifying session shortly to determine the grid for our 45-minute race. As we have less than 48 cars, everyone will make the show. The 6th season of the TORQ Sports Car Series continues tonight live on the Automotive Sports Network. With Bryan Sawyer in the production truck and also next to me in the commentary box, my name is Josh Mertz as we welcome you to Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin, and the Ethan Halsey TORQ Racing ASN Memorial Celebrity Rabies Awareness Pro-Am Fun GT3 race for the Cure race at Road America. Jeff Cartwright, I tried so hard to be serious for that. I absolutely can't. Cameras all season on ASN, brought to you by Whiplash SimCams. Be sure to check them out at facebook.com/WSimCams. And thank you, Andrew Cardinale IV, for your camera support. And Mr. Bryan Sawyer, we saw Jose Doleo crash on lap 1, open the door for Miguel Colon and Armando Arends to take the wins last week. And Miguel Colon in practice here, picking up right where he left off with Ricardo Delgado in second. How are you, and what are your thoughts about tonight?
Hey, Josh. I'm pretty good. I'm looking forward to a race tonight. I'm looking down the timing list here, and I still see Jose Doleo with an AM tag next to his name. So I think that crash last week saved him for another week in the category, and he might end up running the remainder of the season in AM. However, we've had 2 races here for the series in the past. One started the first ever full course caution, and the second one went smoothly. So I'm hoping for another smooth one tonight.
As we are finishing up practice, we're going to head to qualifying shortly. Let's take a look at some programming notes on the Automotive Sports Network before we get rolling. The TORQ IndyCar Series, Round 3 at the racing capital of the world, the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. They ran at Charlotte and Laguna Seca the last 2 weeks. We will join the series in progress in the 3rd round on Tuesday, the 19th, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. I think, Brian, it's going to be you and me. We really professional. We haven't even talked about who's working that series. So I think it's going to be me and Brian on Tuesday in Indianapolis. Going to be super fun. First time we've seen IndyCars on the Automotive Sports Network since 2021. Our next next round for the TORQ Sports Car Series will be at Sebring in Florida next Thursday, the 21st, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. You'll have myself and Bryan Sawyer for that. Remember, we do have the Rallycross officials that might pop up shortly. We've got some other stuff happening on the Automotive Sports Network as well. Going to be super exciting to watch through the winter months here. Let's take a look at points, Brian, before we properly begin qualifying. The pro class, Parker Dime, 3 points up on Corey Allen. Ruiz, Cox, and Ramos, the top 5. Carrito, Schofield, Alvarez, Clark, Colon, the top 10. And in AM, 146, Doleo, Kretschmer tied at the top. Armando Arends with the win last week, 134. Darius Timms, Ramon Vasquez, Sosa Smith, Robichaux, Ryan, and Chang, the top 10. The team's championship has 45 cars confirmed by Ethan Halsey on race control. So WBM Green, Sim PR. The other PR team has gone off of the Sim Racing PR way down in 8th. I don't know if that's correct, to be honest. They were 1-2 last week. We might have an issue with the spreadsheet. We might have to fix that. But the Manufacturers' Championship looks like this as well. And I promise we'll head to qualifying shortly. But Porsche leads ahead of Ford, McLaren, Ferrari, Corvette, BMW, Lamborghini, and Mercedes-Benz. So, first car on track in qualifying, and I'm picking up Carlos Ramos in the 993. We've got Chris Wilkie in the 3. Ian Bacadis, Aaron Holroyd, Zach Goddard. Just a couple cars. First cars on track. And Bryan, such a wonderful track here in Road America. 4 miles long, so much elevation. Running down the back straightaway through the forest. It's just an incredible sight to see.
It's a fun track. I like all of it except for, I believe it's turn 5, the downhill left turn. I think we're coming up to it here soon. I don't know where we are.
Oh, you mean where everyone goes bowling on
yeah.
the best passing opportunity. As we're looking at Norman Padovani, he's heading into Canada Corner right now. If I can, down the back straightaway into Canada Corner. Another good passing opportunity. There's a couple of them on this track, but this track rewards commitment, it rewards speed, it rewards bravery. There's only really, I would say, 3 or 4 heavy braking points. 2 real good overtaking spots. If you're ballsy into turn number 7, also Corvette Corner, we've seen some passing over the years. Doesn't matter if it's GT racing in the real world, virtual world, NASCAR, IndyCar, doesn't matter. As qualifying begins, and like I said, the first car on a lap time, according to my timing, is Ramos in turn number 1. So it's going to be a journey for qualifying here at Road America. So Bryan, let's ride on board Carlos Ramos and enjoy the lap here in Road America.
You gotta tell me what car number he is, bud.
Number 993, my friend.
993. There we go. Let's find that. Nothing tells me where anybody is right now.
Oh, good.
There he is. Nobody's in alphabetical order or anything. There we go.
Oh, good. All right, so this is turn 4, Bryan.
I was close.
So
I said
now,
5.
Up the hill to Corvette Corner. And now down the hill. The GT cars, we'll see if he has to let off or brake. Flat through the right-hander, down the hill. Another good passing opportunity. We saw some issues last season. I can't remember specifics, but I know a lot of guys had some issues into the gravel and around the carousel. The tires complain heavily. Dab of the brakes to get the front end to set. Rounding the right-hand corner under the crossover bridge and to the kink, where in 2005, Catherine Legg had that massive crash in the Champ Car race, and Joseph Newgarden last year in qualifying for IndyCar. Now down to Canada Corner. Braking at the 3 board. Right-hand corner. Don't go too far left. You don't want to hit the sand. And through the final couple of corners, blind left. Can't really spot the exit of the corner. You don't want to go too far wide. Very bumpy on exit. And into the final corner. And the long drag where Muscle Milk and Dyson Racing in 2012 had a photo finish for the P1 class in American Le Mans. And Ramos will cross the line to end the first lap taken in qualifying. 2-minute 5.109 for the 993. Chris Wilkie has clocked in a lap. So has Diltz, Goddard, Holroyd, Bacadis. Delgado goes P1 at a 2-minute 4.3. As Darius Timms begins his first lap, Rafael Sosa crosses the line in 7th. Jordan Martin Boisvert is stopped on his qualifying outlap in turn 1. Zach Saunders in the 117 crosses the line, 2-minute 5.6. Donnie Heineman crosses the line, 2-minute 7.1. Dan Carrito beginning his first lap. Jack Clark ending his first lap, 2-minute 6.1. Christian Zarate ending his first lap, 2-minute 5.5. Coxon, 2-minute 4.2. P1 ahead of Delgado. Schofield the third.
Got our eyes right now on Jose Doleo. Currently on his first lap. He's coming around. Where is he on the track? He's about to set his first lap here. He's coming down the front stretch.
As Miguel Colon, P1, in the 87 by 0.4 of a second.
Doleo up to 4th.
87. Doleo to 4th. I don't understand why Doleo does have that AM tag. I do want to have the conversation. I agree. Do you think that last week's crash spared him?
I think last week's crash did spare him, and I think we're getting pretty deep in the season. We're moving him. I mean, I don't think it's going to have that big of an effect on points overall, but it'd be weird to move somebody this late into the season. At this point, I'd be like, yeah, let him run, let him get his win.
And Will Sandoval in the 420 up to second by just under 0.4 of a second. The man who fought for the win in Daytona, currently in second place. It has been an up and down season all season for the TORQ Sports Car Series. Talked to Ethan Halsey right before we came on air. Season 7, tentative start date in February, at the end of February potentially. So we'll see some more action. They've got an endurance series being cooked up as well on Saturdays, and the TORQ IndyCar Series, like we said, on Tuesdays. So the TORQ League, Bryan, showing immense growth, and the car count has been very consistent this season.
Yeah, it's been incredible to see them hold 40 cars for most of the season right now. I think we've had 1 week where we dipped below that, but in terms of car count, it's awesome. I mean, we get to there's battles all over. We don't have to struggle to look for anything between 12 cars. We got 40 people to choose from.
As we noticed on stream there, Miguel Colon drove off, went off the road through the kink. So the 87's lap will be invalidated. He is provisional pole right now, but Bryan, you only get 3 laps, so he's going to have 1 lap. And it's a little scary when you've got the whole field behind you and you just had to give up one of your laps. He's got 1 last chance to get this right if he wants to grow his lead.
Yeah, Sandoval's coming in. He's working about halfway through his second lap, and he's got 1 more. So we'll see what he can do. In AM, Doleo, he's on his second lap. Something's frozen on my side, but it looks like Vasquez and Sosa, the only 2 other drivers close to him, are they're not on track right now.
Across the line for Manuel Sandoval. Will he improve? 2-minute 4.211. He does not. And I just want to mention, I didn't even notice this. Miguel Colon is the only car in the 2-minute 3-second bracket, Bryan. Everybody else is 4.4 or slower.
Yeah, that's a 4/10 lead too. I mean, if he can hold that type of pace, he's gone tonight. You get 2 laps, you're about a second up.
Sandoval's just given up his 3rd lap. I think he went off. I was taking a look off monitor, so apologies for that. I think he got a 1X exiting turn 1, and Sandoval will have to give up that lap time. Zach Goddard improves to 21st in the 29. And we still look at Jose Doleo in car number 46. He's on his 3rd lap. Aside from last week, he was on the podium for 3 consecutive weeks. Started from the pole last week in Watkins Glen. And what can the 46th Puerto Rican do? From 6th right now, 3/4 of a second down, Bryan.
I'm looking at the overall points. I think there's a bigger case for him staying in AM. He's only 11th overall, even with those 3 podiums in a row. 183 to Parker Dimes 300.
My question to you, we had a conversation a couple weeks ago, and you told me that TORQ does not do an overall championship.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So,
overall in the overall championship, he would be 11th. I mean, I track the points, but I want to see where everybody is. Yeah. They don't have the overall champion.
Hometown driver Cody Erdman in 25th, set a lap time. Doleo across the line, blinking his way across the line, at least on my feed. 2-minute 4.324. We take a look at Kyle Smith in the 555. Big crash. Looks like in the final corner there.
He had a moment.
And that, it's turn 1. Okay. He is
miss?
something. Something.
Oh, he touched the grass. He touched the grass on the inside. Yeah, I think that was a little bit of a give up.
He was not even set up for the corner, and I think there was either a rage quit there or equipment failure because he just straight lined it. So, taking a look, Brian Coxon is done with his run. Michael Odell's on his 2nd lap. So the 97 currently sitting in 7th. Norman Padovani improves to 9th in car number 4. And Edgar Ruiz is going to jump on track, but he's not going to have another lap. So Let's focus on Odell here, closest to finishing a lap, I should say. And I'm taking a look also at Dan Corritto in the 320 off monitor. He is an 18th, and he is heading into Bill Mitchell Bend, turn 13 right now to turn 14. And Odell, probably a car length in front of him in his own little track session. And the Mustang down the front straightaway. Not sure why he's weaving. Warming the tires for this third lap. Okay, Saunders goes to 13th. Corritto crosses the line. 2-minute 5.1. He does not improve. He matches his last lap time, Bryan. So now Odell's got 1 lap left in the 97. So let's ride on board the Ford Mustang and enjoy the sounds here in Road America. I was taking a look from a chase camera behind Michael Odell's car, and he was slideways out of the final corner. He crosses the line, 2-minute 4.588. He matches his last lap time. Martin Boisvert.
He basically
matches.
He basically matches his best time, only a couple hundredths off there. I mean, hats off to consistency. Consistency in 7th place is that's prime for taking up positions as people fall off the track.
As we look at Martin Chang in the 72, dip the right sides onto the dirt there into turn number 8.
He's on his
We
first
haven't
lap.
seen Chang. I don't think we've seen Chang since Daytona. And he had some connection issues. Away off the track, overcorrect into the fence, exiting the carousel. And the driver from Hong Kong will lose the first lap.
He's going to be glad there's not 2 more drivers here, because that is his first lap. There's only about 35 seconds left in this session. He's not going to be setting the lap. He's going to be in last.
As Morgan Smith still on track in the pit lane. Martin Chang, Martin Boisvert. Jordan Martin Boisvert, I think, won here last season, if I recall correctly. And Ethan Halsey gave up on trying to read the race name, so I at least tried my hardest, as he's already talking about how I had a fun time, Bryan. So, Road America, wonderful circuit. We've seen some incredible racing the last couple seasons here on the Automotive Sports Network, and we are beginning to grid. Are we... Apologies, I'm trying to listen to race control. I think he might have said single file start. I don't know if you caught that. But
I didn't hear anything.
So we will see. We recall, like you had brought up, we did have that full course yellow. And we take a look at the grid. Miguel Colon, Manuel Sandoval, Brian Coxon, Jose Doleo, Delgado, Ruiz, Odell Ramos, Padovani, and Schofield. The top 10. Vasquez, Dilt, Saunders, Allen, Sosa, Rivera, Benitez, Arends, Boisvert, and Corrido through 20th. 21st, Luis Ortiz, Chris Wilkie, Jesse Coffey, Zach Goddard, Christian Zarate, Cody Erdman, Kyle Smith, Javier Lopez, Jack Clark, and Wilton Palermo through 30th. Fozzie Fazillo, Aaron Hallroyd, Maquedas Gonzalez, Raquena Seguenza, Kretschmer, not a good run for the man tied in the AM class points. Cartwright, Heineman, and Timms through 40th. 41st, Nick Vincent, Landon Lacey, Miles Davis, Morgan Smith, Martin Chang, as Dylan Clark, Ethan Hall, as you remember, off-track race control today in Road America. Yet another impressive field, and we await for a couple cars to still grid Bryan, and we will get super, gonna be a super start. Super excited for this race in Road America. So many different cars represented in this series. So much action, and proud to bring it to you on the Automotive Sports Network. Bryan Sawyer, myself, Josh Mertz, getting ready to go for 45 minutes here in Wisconsin. And when we rode on board the Ford Mustang of Michael O'Dell, and he head down the back straightaway, I can tell you one of the most surreal experiences in all of motor racing is watching cars go by, sound echoing off the trees. I was there when Road America played host to some NASCAR Cup Series races, and it was phenomenal. You feel it in your chest as we begin to roll here in Road America. 4 miles used to be a public street circuit, really. I don't recall exactly, so forgive me on the specifics, but they used to have the first layout on city streets, on town streets in the 1950s, and they built this track, and the layout has not changed.
This pace car's leaving
since
them in
this
the
track
dust,
was
Josh.
built. And the pace
He's
car.
outta here.
We know Barney's the flagman. Does the pace car driver have a name?
Does
he have an official name?
I think he does. I don't remember what it is, but I'm pretty sure he does. Yeah, he's taking
gone.
off. He wants points.
60 miles an hour. He's going to dive to pit road, not hit the barrels like the pace car in NASCAR on Sunday. And Miguel Colon and Manuel Sandoval will lead us to the green flag here in Road America. 45 minutes, 41 cars as we get ready to go green in Wisconsin.
Hold on, everybody.
Green flag in Road America. Very clean start compared to past seasons. We were 3 wide for a minute with Sosa, Benitez, and Dilt. Now it's Boisvert, Allen, and Dilt's mid-pack into turn 1. Single file for the top 4. Side by side, Delgado and Ruiz. One car loose on corner exit. It was O'Dell. He's side by side with Ramos. Down the hill to turn 3. Delgado, Ramos, O'Dell, side-by-side Vasquez and Saunders. Schofield, side-by-side Benitez and Diltz. Then it's Allen and Sosa battling down the straightaway. Turn 4 technically is this little kink under the bridge to Moraine sweep in turn number 5. Mid-pack, we've got Ortiz and Corrido. Zarate and Coffey into turn 5. First passing opportunity. A lot of different braking points. A lot of brake lights. And no contact. It looks like I speaks too soon. Jesse Coffey and Zarate make contact in turn 5.
Surprised they got it both and held it together. Yeah, that was
unbelievably, nobody has turned around in the first half of a lap. And we talked about the field growing. We talk about the consistency of these fields on the first lap in Road America. And I'm just going to echo it again. What an incredible change for this series to have these 40 cars, and nobody, hopefully don't commentator curse, nobody has an issue so far through the first lap, Bryan.
I'm looking at 26 is something happened to 26. He's off the track of Guillermo Seguenza. I just watched I watched the back of the centipede on my my track map just start spreading out. So something happened back there. We'll be able to take a look. It looked like it was Norman Pavidoni. That's a name I'm not going to be able to say tonight. And Guillermo, some sort of contact between them.
It was. I'm taking a look off monitor. If we want to roll it back, we can. But Kretschmer got hung up by Guillermo Seguenza, and Darius Timms had nowhere to go. Let's take a second look through turn 7, down hurry downs to turn number 8, and just an accordion effect into the corner, and Tim's nowhere to go. Really quick, trying to take a look. Have we had an issue? Falling down the order is Richard Benitez in the 48. Zarate passes Ortiz. We've still got side-by-side battles. One car way wide is Martin Boisvert. Around in turn 1, in the middle of the track. One car involved.
Oh,
it was Dan Carrillo.
He's trying to get off. Oh.
Collecting multiple cars. Yeah. Christian Zarate involved. Jesse Coffey. Cody Erdman, the hometown boy, in the 52 around.
That's what I saw. I saw Cody. Cody went wide, tried to get around it, and just got collected by him not being on his brakes there, and just kind of grabbed him.
Now, Erdman is crab walking down the back straightaway.
Yeah,
and that car's not. Oh yeah, he can't brake. He's going to have to pit, and he's going to lose a lot of time. Dan Carrillo's got a bunch of suspension damage. The right front tire is not turning for the man from New York.
Yeah,
racing
that
incident, says Race Control.
Oh, yeah, wow. That tire's not moving at all. He's just...
Racing incident.
Where the sparks
Race Control. Oh, wow. What had happened? He dropped left sides and just overcorrected. And,
I mean... Tim's got a drive-through for that.
Tim, that was the incident in turn number 8. Martin Boisvert ruled as a racing incident. I again don't want to make an admin call or a live call, but I would say he didn't hold the brakes. Didn't hold the brakes is my issue with it.
Well, he was backing off the track. So what happened initially here?
Drove off.
He got
loose, overcorrected.
Hit the wall, started spinning. Oh, he's on the brakes there. He's just getting spun. He tried to get backwards, and Cody just happened to be out in the grass. Yeah, I feel like he was just trying to get back off the track. Just, okay, I'm going backwards. Let me off. And Cody just, unfortunately, was back there.
And Cody struggling to get this McLaren back to the pit lane. In the 52, not having a good night. Christian Zarate in the 7 heads to the pit lane.
Well, through all this chaos, Josh, we got a little battle for the lead. We got Sandoval about a 4/10 behind Colon here.
I did not catch what Ethan just said on Race Control, other than the 75 has a drive-through penalty. We will take a look at the battle for the lead here momentarily. Corey Allen, drive-through penalty for the 75. The man who won in Daytona, the season opener in Florida. And to piggyback off of what you said, 3/4 of a second, Colon to Sandoval, and not allowing them to run away much closer than we've seen here in the past. Darius Timms got black flagged as well. That we already saw that one pop through, and Allen black flagged as well. Jose Doleo has had a better start so far tonight, sitting in the 4th position, and like you had said, and forgive me, I can't remember who we were talking about who started 7th, but a couple cars had some issues in the front, gaining a couple of positions, and a couple cars in the pit lane in the back of the field as well. So
yeah, Doleo started 4th overall. Who started? I think it was Odell that started 7th. Yeah, Odell started 7th. That was a prime position to pick up some spots. Yeah, he's down 1.
As Cody Erdman back on track, Dan Carrillo back on track with the fast repairs. As luckily this series does have it. Really quick, Brian, can we pick up the 555 of Kyle Smith and Jesse Coffey? Coffey looking drivers left, drivers right through the kink down to Canada Corner and Thunder Valley. This is for 19th, 20th, and 21st with Fozzie Fazzillo involved. I can't help but wonder if Fozzie Fazzillo is going to jump back in the prototype for that endurance series. Remember, he won that last championship that season when it was the OSRL Sports Car Series with the prototypes. And pitting is Jack Clark in the 197. And there's a conga line of cars here. Fazzillo, Smith, Coffey, Wilkie, Allen serving as penalty, with Cadis and Rakenna hanging on to the back of this field. Yun Gonzalez driving on the grass, trying to stay out of everybody's way, I think. He is mowing the lawn in the 543. Battle for the lead is half a second.
Yeah, Kyle Smith has a beautiful car.
That's gorgeous.
They perfected that like matte blue finish.
As Padovani comes over race control, he's not happy over something. As one car around, it's Jordan Martin Boisvert again in turn 3. He lost it on his own. He came across, I'm just taking a look off monitor. Vincent went off the track. Doesn't look like anyone had some issues. Anyone had contact, I should say. Just a couple of spins or driving off the road there. And Bryan, the gap is now under 0.4 of a second. Last time around, they equaled lap times to the race lead.
Yeah, it's holding pretty consistent. I mean, Colon just went off the road there, dipped the tires a little bit, lost marginally no time, but just little tiny mistakes like that are what's going to be. Yeah, Sandoval just got broken to the 3/10 behind, back to the 4. Sandoval's got him. He's got to keep it real safe. Just wait for mistakes. There's a lot of race left, and if he just focuses on hitting his marks, and I don't want to say drive like the car in front of you is not there, but just drive the track. Don't drive the car in front of you. Just wait for mistakes, and he might get a little time back.
As Morgan Smith, the driver from New York, spun in turn 6 Corvette corner, almost spun, exiting the carousel in the 58. It has gone from bad to worse.
Looks like
Wanchi Requena, massive damage on the 2. Massive crash, Bryan. Yes, I was just about to say the same thing. Kyle Smith, we had missed it.
Timing tower.
So take a look at this. I'm looking at it off monitor as well. Smith dive bomb into Canada corner, came across, touched Fazzillo. They touched again. Smith bounces off the wall into Vaquetas, it looks like. Came across the track, and Wanchi Requena got collected as well.
Yeah, that wall basically looked like a rubber wall. It didn't suck the car in at all. It just blew the car apart. Threw him right off the wall. Back in the traffic. That's unfortunate for anybody on there.
Can we pick up Benitez, Chang, and Hallroyd? This is for 20th, 21st, and 22nd, and the incident in Canada corner under review by race control. Looking at Martin Chang gaining. If we can pick up the 72, Bryan, he's looking driver's right for 21st into turn 5. He started last on this field, and Hallroyd battling him. And Hallroyd, at least on my monitor, was blinking bad for Hallroyd. He's back on track. And Chang, like I said, last on this field, Bryan. He is now 21st.
That's all it takes. Just wait for some accidents to happen. Wait for some people to get slow and be a little cautious. And if you got pace and you're not afraid to run hard, you'll take positions, no problem.
As we've got Nick Vincent and Corey Allen for 28th right now.
Positions. Holroyd up 10.
That is incredible. Side by side, Corey Allen versus Vincent in the 75 and the 12. If we can pick them up through the carousel, exiting Vincent wide in front of Guillermo Seguenza. Comes back out. No issue. Seguenza, shallow entry. Takes the spot from Vincent. Timing's like a Christmas tree right now. Wilton Palermo for 23rd in the 666 with Chris Wilkie and Jeff Cartwright. You're right on board Vincent for the moment. And such an incredible track in Road America. Lends, like I said, so well to battles. Doesn't matter where you are. We've got Edgar Ruiz and Ricardo Delgado. This is for 4th if we can pick them up. Ruiz in the 80, Delgado in the 03. Delgado is going to be slipstreaming down the back straightaway through turn 4 into Moraine sweep in turn 5. Too early to make a move. Smart move for Delgado not to dive bomb there. Field a single file for the most part. We've got Martin Chang and Aaron Hallroyd. I think part 2 is going to happen in turn 5 as we still focus on Delgado and Ruiz here.
I'm going to go look at Jack Clark and Cody Erdman. Oh, I saw it close. It was Cody on the pit road. But we got Wilkie and Cartwright going side by side.
Looking to the outside is Cartwright. Sorry, that's Palermo against Wilkie. Cartwright behind them, both of them. And Palermo gives up the spot to Wilkie. We've got Kretschmer and Vincent. Vincent again having an issue under braking into turn 5. He's going to lose the spot to Jordan Martin Boisvert. Apologies there, he's not. Boisvert with his 2 incidents. off the lead lap. Guillermo Siguenza battling Kretschmer. Kretschmer to the inside through turn 7. And Martin Boisvert has spun again, nearly. You saw the pink car there, top of the shot. But he's having consistently bad luck. Kretschmer and Siguenza side-by-side battle.
Yeah,
Just an update on the AM class battle real quick, Bryan. Sorry to cut you off. Doleo 7th, Saunders in 10th.
Yeah, Deleo's down a few positions still. But I don't know. If I'm Boisvert and I'm having this many problems, I'm pulling off the track, going to the pits, getting a brat, watching the rest of the race.
Apologies for the silence. Race control calling the incident. I didn't catch it. They were trying to call the
Kyle Smith.
Kyle Smith. Major stop and hold penalty. That was an ambitious move for the 555 and one that caused a massive incident. Martin Boisvert has come again together with Nick Vincent. No, he didn't. I fabricated that. Vincent lost it on corner entry, and Martin Boisvert spun in sympathy. So the day has gone from bad to worse. Listen, I'm all over the place. You manage 42 cars. It is so hard to do. If you're Bryan Sawyer in this scenario trying to follow me, good luck. So, 15 or so minutes, 14 minutes into the race here in Road America. The gap is still 7/10 of a second, 3/4 of a second from Colon to Sandoval. Cody Erdman has parked in the 52. And going to take some time with the wife instead of spending time on the sim rig. We take a look at Christian Zarate in the 7. And this is for the 32nd spot with Morgan Smith. Down through Moraine Sweep to turn number 5, side by side. BMW versus Lamborghini. And Zarate takes the spot right behind the Corvette of Nick Vincent in the 12. Last time around, Zarate was 3/10 up on Smith. 2 minute 6.8 to a 2 minute 7.1 for the 7 to the 58. 58 kind of drives off the road there. Pitting is Kyle Smith to serve that stop and hold penalty. And I'm flicking through the field. Edgar Ruiz a little bit tail happy in the 03.
Oh,
we take a look at Benitez, and is that Fozzie Fazzillo?
Oh wow, I'm
in the 98.
I mean, he touched him.
That was second. That was same song second verse for Fozzie Fazzillo in Canada Corner.
Fozzie's flashing his lights like "Let me by," but buddy, it's a race.
He's not happy with the move, but Benitez is a second up according to lap time the last time around. And Fazzillo, that's the second time he got manhandled into that corner. He's not happy. Not happy with Benitez, but Benitez was 2 seconds up according to timing the last time around. Wonder what happened to the 98 to cause that time difference, as Benitez just gained on him considerably through that lap. Did he get a slowdown? Trying to take a look. I don't think I saw one as we ride on board Fozzie Fazzillo. As Martin Boisvert, did he have another issue with Darius Timms? He drove off the track and spun. Did he hit anybody? No. Or he came out nearly in front of Darius Timms. So Martin Boisvert.
Look at that, Zach Saunders chasing down Austin Dilts. He was within striking
Saunders,
distance a second ago.
And this will put Saunders, if he gets by Dilts, 4 seconds away from Jose Doleo for the AM Class win. Odell very squirrely on the exit of the carousel. He overcorrected and nearly put it into the fence. As the battle for the lead still hovers around 3/4 of a second, we focus on Zach Saunders chasing down Austin Dilts. David Schofield, Ramon Vasquez close behind, Rafael Sosa as well.
Yeah, our pack is we're starting to bunch up for the from 4th down to about 12th. Getting a lot of red on the timing tower. They're all getting pretty close. On our track map, you can see a pretty defined group. I mean, the front 5 or 6, they're pretty spread out. They got a little lap traffic in between some of them. But then we just, it's a nice tight group. Almost like it was back in the start of the race here.
As gap has lengthened for the lead. Delgado 3/10 behind Ruiz. And then it's Ramos, Odell, Doleo, as they're pretty close together. Dilts and Saunders. I'm expecting a move potentially from one of these groups down to turn 5. And Norman Padovani and Wilton Palermo coming over voice chat. Padovani trying to chase down Palermo for 24th. Into turn 5, no move from Ruiz to Delgado. Deep on the brakes is Odell, no move to Ramos. Dilts versus Saunders. Saunders tries to take the spot as well. Thought about it. Mid-corner, nearly into Dilts. Loses the back end. Under acceleration, has to correct it. In one car to the pit lane, we've got Nick Vincent and Darius Timms. If we can pick them up for 32nd. They are bump drafting down the front straightaway like it's Daytona. To the inside of Vincent goes Timms. BMW versus Corvette. The BMW closes the door, takes the spot. 32nd position secured. We've got Corey Allen and Jeff Cartwright. 26th side by side through turn 5. Up the hill to Corvette corner. Allen takes the spot. One car off the road in front of them. It's Palermo as Padovani takes the spot for 24th. Still no movement at the front of the field. The gap has increased to a 1.5 seconds from Colon to Sandoval. Coxon close behind as well. 1.5 seconds behind Sandoval. Such incredible growth, like I've said, like we have said, both collectively here at TORQ, with all of the field that car count, the consistent car count, the quality of drivers. Super fun to watch. In 2025, we're going to have some awesome stuff on the Automotive Sports Network, TORQ, for NASA. Got some other stuff on the horizon as well. Just keep an eye on ASNTVUSA.com.
Yeah, I'm looking at this
just
group,
under 26 minutes.
We got this group here. We got Dilts, Saunders, Schofield, Vasquez, Sosa, Arends. Where else are we in here? Rivera, Ortiz, ending with Goddard, basically. Yeah, ending with Goddard. They're not. It doesn't look like any of them are really trying to make a move on each other. I wonder if they're just kind of like, hey, we're working together. We're saving a little fuel. Gonna have to pit a little less. The leaders are a little bit spread out. They might be
just want to interrupt you really quick.
Here.
Wilton Palermo has spun from the 24th position from the final corner. He drove over the curb, final corner, and around he went. He is down in 30th.
If you're going to announce it, I'm going to show it.
Take a second look. Palermo in front of Corey Allen, and it's easy to do. Over the curb, very bumpy. And it upset the car, and around and into the fence he went. And I agree. I mean, why push it? You've got 25 minutes, plenty of time, long track, so much time to make a move. You don't have to rush anything too soon.
You can do a little jockeying for position, but I'd be more interested in just trying to tuck in and save a little gas.
Speaking of, I think we might step away here for just a couple moments on the Automotive Sports Network. You won't miss a thing from Road America as we go ASN side by side.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Absolutely be doing what he has to do. He has to go for the championship. He has to recover the points that he lost. He's down the race, takes the lead in the 12. What a move. And he takes the lead and holds
Side by
it.
side between these two in turn one. This is going to get spicy.
Exiting turn one, over the jump to begin the first lap. Clog at the inside line. McFarland contact between them. They are still side by side. This opens the door for Wetz. He can't make anything happen. Over in the 26, he has not won in quite some time. Dragster acing the entry to turn one, up heading to the inside of Magnus, gives him a nudge. The grip strip on the inside, Phil. Wetz had a little bit better run, but looks like Wetz will hold the spot. We welcome you back to Elkhart Lake Road America in the Ethan Halsey TORQ Racing ASN Memorial Celebrity Rabies Awareness Pro-Am Fun GT3 race for the Cure race at Road America. With Bryan Sawyer in the production truck and also next to me in the commentary box. My name is Josh Mertz, live on the Automotive Sports Network. We have just over 19 minutes left to go in this race, and pit stops are happening. But before that, just a reminder that cameras all season on ASN brought to you by Whiplash SimCams. Be sure to check them out at facebook.com/WSimCams. And thank you, Andrew Cardinale IV, for your camera support. If you like what you see tonight, be sure to like and subscribe to the Automotive Sports Network on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube. And ring the bell to be notified of our live streams, which in March will be Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I think Friday and Saturday. We're going to have something every single day, at least for now. It's going to be Tuesday and Thursday with TORQ. And our short-form video content courtesy of Jess Rakowski as well. So
I'm hiring. I need help. It's too many
we do
days.
need help. So ASNTVUSA.com if you want your content broadcasted, or if you'd like to help us, because we need people who can push buttons and listen to me talk.
There needs to be more
what
broadcasters.
a segue. Look at our programming notes. Next Tuesday, we pick up the first season of TORQ IndyCar in progress at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. They ran at Charlotte. They ran at Laguna Seca. You'll notice that on the ASN news sticker on the bottom. That'll be Tuesday, the 19th, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Bryan Sawyer, myself, Josh Mertz. For that, TORQ Sports Car, our next round at Sebring next Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. NASA's going to return in late February, early March. We're going to have TORQ Endurance, I think, on Saturday. They're working on something there. We've got a couple of other series in the works. So, ASNTVUSA.com. If you don't have any clue what you're doing, but you think it's pretty cool that you can push some buttons and listen to me ramble, Bryan Sawyer can train you up for sure. So, ASNTVUSA.com.
Hey, Josh, we're going to take a look back. Something happened while we were on break to launch your account. I see a big red thing with his name on it on my screen. So
You're the boss. Into turn one for the Porsche.
he just
Over
looped
the
it.
curb,
Yeah, he just
looped it.
looped it.
Around he goes.
And the wall. That's unfortunate. That's right after the pits too. He's going to have to take it the whole way around.
So, let's get an update for what's happening up front. Because the timing board is a Christmas tree right now. So I wish that we could update you on what's happening. But with the pit stops, everybody's all over the place.
Miguel Colon.
Miguel Colon.
44 seconds. Holy sh.
We're in the same boat, picking up the same thoughts. 44 seconds ahead of Ricardo Delgado in the 0-3. Delgado's heading into turn number 5. Now, Colon is exiting the kink, which is turn 11. He's half a lap in front. Cars tumbling down the order. It'll even out once we, in a couple minutes, we'll do a full field rundown. As we hit just over 16 minutes left to go.
Let's see some pit times here. See who has and hasn't pit. It's looking like everybody's pit except Colon. Yeah, just looking at the bottom cycle 87? Here.
He heads to the pit lane now, so the race leader will respond. Wilton Palermo says, my pedals disconnected and had a wall for dinner through chat. So Palermo in the fourth. Or sorry, Palermo not having a good day.
We're going to watch him, see where he comes out.
Puts him down to 37th. We take a look still at Colon in the pit lane, race leader. I'm taking a look off monitor at Ricardo Delgado. The gap is falling, but he's heading into Canada corner now. He has Manuel Sandoval all over the rear wing of the 03 as the 420. So these two hustling to try and catch the race leader, who is stationary now, and the jacks have gone up. 22 seconds was the gap when the jack was lifted.
Seconds.
And Colon will drop, exit the pit lane. What will happen? The gap was about a second and a half. Up the hill, down the front straightaway. Delgado and Sandoval drafting like it's Daytona. Exiting the pit lane is Colon. What a gap! 4.5 seconds. Call it 4 seconds at the exit of the pit lane.
4 seconds at the exit of the pit lane, Josh.
Hey, was he slower? Am I reading that right?
Yeah, he was about a full second slower, 1.1 seconds slower than Delgado in the pits. But he still maintains a 4 second gap.
I don't have any words for that. You would think that he would lose time. Delgado ran wide in turn 3. We caught that. We right on board Sandoval.
Pushing him here.
In the 420. Sandoval on the outside, looking drivers right through turn 4. Moraine sweep to turn 5. Delgado lets him have it. I think Delgado knows. Coxon gaining as well. We look back at Coxon. We look up front towards Sandoval. Corey Allen and Jesse Coffey side by side into turn 1. This is for 21st. Corey Allen takes that spot. Two Mustangs battling for supremacy for the 21st position. And that little line mid-pack has shrank a little bit, Brian. We've got, looks like Doleo, Gonzalez, Dilt, Vasquez, Schofield. They're still there, but it's definitely more spread out. We've got Rivera, Arends, Sosa, Saunders, Ortiz. I'll tell you what. Vasquez, something happened to Saunders because Vasquez now 6 seconds down on Doleo for the AM class battle. Doleo has Dilt still behind him, but Vasquez now in second.
Yeah, I'm looking back through here. I don't see Saunders' name popping up anywhere irregular that anything happened. Might just be pace. Might have lost pace somehow.
And the Jordan Martin Boisvert sympathy corner has ended. He is disconnected from the session. So the 797, whose spin count I think went up to 6, will stay there.
Come down
he
here
had a final
the
spin during the ad break. There's a great concession stand at the hill of turn 7. I've sat there. The concession stand in turn 5 is pretty great as well. The food's great at Road America. You'll have a good time. And it's plenty of beer if you like drinking. There's so many people there. It's a good time. There's nothing else to do in Wisconsin, though. We take a look right now. This is a battle in turn 3. Chris Wilkie, he was in the way of second, third, and fourth. Now, this is going to put Sandoval and Delgado close together.
Going to the lawnmower convention.
Everybody mowing the lawns in Road America. There's a lot of grass to mow at Road America, so I'm sure the landscaping crew will definitely enjoy it if the cars help us out. So, we're going to hit 12 minutes left to go. Miguel Colon has led since the drop of the green flag, and we are still trying to figure out how he gained so much time. 2-minute 4, 2-minute 4, 2-minute 15, 2-minute 36. The outlap is what got him.
Yeah.
Sandoval was 4 seconds slower on the outlap. But even Delgado was, I don't know. That's going to drive me crazy.
Delgado, I mean, if Delgado pit at the same time Sandoval did and just got stuck behind him, I mean, he's stuck behind him. There's not much he can do about that.
Ozzy Fazzillo in the 98, taking a look off monitor. He hit the dirt in turn 3 and over-rotated. He is down in 26th and 24th as we still focus on third place man, Ricardo Delgado. Tell you what, Brian, we've reached the point in the show where you can look at the Christmas tree and pick a battle. Let's take a look.
I want battle for 12. Armando Arends leading. He's got Alex Rivera, Rafael Sosa, Zach Saunders, and Luis Ortiz all within a half a second of each other. They're all trying to get a little draft from each other, all trying to wait for some mistakes. 3/10 doesn't sound like much, but in a race car, it's a healthy gap. You got a little time. You just all these guys back here running their own little lines.
Not missing anything up front as I keep an eye on that. 4.5 seconds
Corey
still.
Allen's looking to make a move on Holroyd here.
Down the backstretch into Canada corner. We've seen so much calamity. Allen takes the spot on Holroyd. I thought they were going to touch on corner exit.
Yeah, I thought Holroyd
Much like
was coming all
Scott
the way
Dixon and
back
Will
over.
Power in 2023. And Allen moves up to the 20th position. Interesting to see where... This is going to sound really harsh, and I don't mean it this way, but interesting to see where the pace went for Corey Allen. Because we remember he was on the top of the pile.
Same move. Zarate just made the same move on Heinemann.
As Allen on top of the pile in Daytona, now in 20th in Road America. But the statement that we say every week, Brian, the field changes by the week. It is crazy to see. You could be first one week, last the next week, not even qualifying the next week. So the competition is here in TORQ.
We're going to look at some position changes from the pit stops. And Delgado's still up 2 from where he started caution down. Not a whole lot of movement in the top 8. Doleo fell 4 positions overall. Dilt's up 3. And then further down the list, you got Chang up 22. He's a big move of the night. He didn't qualify. Cartwright up 11. Fazzillo up 5. I'm assuming further down the line here we're going to see the bigger losses. Yeah, the 13 Corrido.
Wilkie. Zarate and Kretschmer, Ryan, if we can pick this up. This is for 28th. And Zarate on the outside! And Kretschmer closed the door with a millimeter between them. What a move! That was impressive. Miguel Colon has added insult to injury. The last lap was the fastest lap, a 2-minute 4.0. Put it into context, Manuel Sandoval, 2-minute 4.9. Ricardo Delgado pitting again? What happened to the 0-3? Not sure. Jesse Coffey and Holroyd battling for 20th. As Delgado tumbles down the order.
Sometimes duty calls, Josh. The long race.
8 minutes left here in Road America. We look at Vasquez and Diltz. This is for 8th on the road. It doesn't help Vasquez, yet it does. Because if he gets by Diltz, he can try to close in on Jose Doleo. 6 seconds between Doleo and Vasquez. Vasquez looks driver's left, nearly onto the grass in the Corvette. Down to turn 5. Nothing yet.
Dilt's got a much better exit there.
Wanchi Raquena has headed back to the pit lane, just taking a look as to why the timing screen moving along here. And David Schofield in the 313, the man from New Hampshire. He lost it in Corvette corner. And the 313 slid it. He's got the pace. Actually, he was only a couple tenths up on Rivera, so let's keep an eye on that. Padavani and Holroyd battling for position as well. This is for 21st. Holroyd takes the spot.
Watching all night that turn, Josh, turn 4. You go a little wide, you go out into the further thing, you're getting past. Every time.
Cadis in the pit lane after what had happened in Canada corner. Was just an innocent bystander on that one. Still trying to figure out what had happened to a couple of these guys, but the gap is now 6.4 seconds, and Colon has switched on another gear. 0.6 up on Sandoval the last time around. Battle for second's not over, Bryan. Sandoval and Coxon battling for second. You're right on board the race leader.
Can't even see second place.
We'll see a little blip, maybe.
Yeah,
Not
we'll
even.
see a little
Yep,
blip,
little,
but
little shade of texture back there.
if we go back and look at Sandoval's view, he's got danger.
Bryan Coxon in the 23. Ruiz, Odell, the top 5. Ramos, Doleo. Doleo going to have to dispatch Chris Wilkie off the lead lap. Diltz, Vasquez, Arends, the top 10 currently. As we still focus on this battle for second. Last time around, Coxon was 0.2 up on Sandoval. Gap is about 0.5 of a second, we'll call it, as we cross under 6 minutes left. About 3 laps-ish left to go here in Road America.
David Schofield running on Alex Rivera for 11th. Got Zach Saunders right behind him, too. And I think a little bit of lap traffic right in front of him.
I think Coxon didn't have a good run through the carousel. He gave up quite a few tenths to Sandoval. Vasquez, Arends, Rivera, Schofield, Saunders, Sosa. We picked that battle up still. Allroyd and Padovani have raced like it's for the World Championship, and it's for 21st. They have been back and forth over the last couple laps. It is incredible to watch. And they were pretty equal on lap times last time around. Padovani in the 4, in the Porsche, and the McLaren of Holroyd, car number 73. I'm watching the gear be turned up again for Miguel Colon. 2 minutes 4.4 to a 2 minute 2 minutes 4.9. Half a second still.
Bryan Coxon
Colon
trying
to Sandoval.
close this gap.
Coxon's closed it again.
Yeah, he's back down to 3/10.
I thought he was going to lose some time
Look at the previous
in the carousel.
lap times. I mean, Coxon's 700ths faster, not even tenths, hundredths faster. And I think that was supposed to be a mistake.
Yeah, it's got to be a mistake, or maybe because the Porsche is better than the McLaren, or maybe they both made a mistake at different points of the track, because exiting the carousel, Coxon was 0.8 down. I thought it was over, and now he's all over the rear wing again. So maybe there's strengths of certain cars. These guys getting to the end of the race. The tire's a little worn out, a little overheated. Allroyd and Padovani, just an update for 21st. They're side by side again down the front straightaway. This is this is awesome. It doesn't matter if it's for first or for 21st. These guys are going to race like it's the end of the world. Allroyd, is he going to get it done on the outside as Padovani? In the Porsche, side by side, down the hill through turn 2 to turn 3. Still side by side. Plenty of respect had. Exiting the corner. Ramon Vasquez has spun and come out in front of Jose Doleo. Sosa comes across into Luis Ortiz. Zach Goddard on the outside. This is for 13th. Not sure what had happened there.
Well, we're going to take a look at what did happen there.
As Padovani and Holroyd off monitor battling again, we take a look at Vasquez in the Corvette. And again, that corner takes somebody out. He comes out. He came out in front. And we look at Sosa.
There's Sosa.
In the 50.
Sosa's incident finally just showed.
I don't think this battle's over for 21st, just to let you know. I don't think the battle's over for the mid-pack
Sosa just drove straight off the track into the wall. His car might be broken.
Sosa, he's back on track now, but he's got heavy right front damage. Oh, yeah, heavy right front damage. That tire is not having a good day.
No, it's not moving.
This is the battle for second. Manuel Sandoval and Bryan Coxon. You cannot see Miguel Colon because it was a 10th faster that last time around.
As I say, yeah, Coxon last lap 7/10 or 700ths again faster than Sandoval, but he's just not getting it done. I mean, you can be a little faster each lap, but Just not enough.
We're going to come to the white flag next time around for Miguel Colon. Sandoval up. Benitez and Ortiz, Ortiz is in the pit lane after his incident. Rafael Sosa falling down the order. Padovani and Holroyd might have simmered out for the moment. We go back and look at the battle for second. Sandoval and Coxon. As Miguel Colon nearly 7 seconds up on Sandoval and Coxon.
We're going back to
Really an easy interview for
What are you talking about?
Colon. We take a look at Padovani. Are they battling again?
Yeah.
And they've got Ortiz in the way. Ortiz, this is for position because of the incidents that were had. So now there's 3 cars potentially battling for 19th.
Yeah, and Coxon's just fallen to just over a half second now.
It's like he can get there. And I mean, racing is one thing, passing is another. You hear the cliche all the time. He can get there, he just can't make the move. They're pretty evenly matched. The last time around, actually, they were exactly matched to half a tenth. Well, Miguel Colon will come off the final corner. He will take the white flag this time in Road America. 7 seconds is the gap as we focus on Chris Wilkie
We're
in
back
corner
up to
3
David
for a
Schofield,
moment.
trying to pass
We look
Alex
at
Rivera.
Schofield.
And Coxon's actually closing the gap again. He's back down to 2/10.
Our 84 pass-through penalty for unsafe re-entry. That is Ramon Vasquez. The last couple laps, he gets the black flag. He's going to lose the 14th spot. Jack Clark and Donnie Heineman. Heineman has spun in turn 5. We look at Coxon still with Sandoval. 0.2 of a second. The gap last time around, Coxon was up by 0.2.
Josh, I want to point out a hilarious stat I'm looking at all the way at the bottom of the timing tower here. We got Nick Vincent in 38th, out of the session, off the track. Morgan Smith, 39th. 11 laps back also. 11 laps and 2/10.
Really quick, Bryan. Inside Coxon. He looked. He locked up, trying to take the spot. He looks driver's right now. Sandoval trying to defend. We could pick up that stat in just a couple moments. This battle is not over. Sandoval, squirrely under acceleration. I think Coxon can get him through 7 down, hurry downs to 8. Another overtaking opportunity. Coxon slipstreaming, looking driver's left, gonna send it late. Defense by Sandoval, they touch! And Coxon forces his way. They touch again. Rounding the carousel. Can Coxon. Sandoval not happy. Sandoval not happy on the chat. Heading into the kink for the final time. Colon leads. We've got Canada corner one final time. Coxon way wide. He saves it. It's a car length between them. Battling for second. Will Coxon do an absolute Daniel Ricciardo send, or will he wait? He won't send it. Wide is Sandoval. Here comes Coxon. Coxon looks driver's right. Sandoval closes the door. Up front, Miguel Colon will cruise to yet another victory. And he wins in Road America by 8 seconds over Manuel Sandoval.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Speaking of, Sandoval will defend from Coxon. Coxon comes home in 3rd. Interesting conversations to be had, I think, between those two.
Another win for Doleo. First and Am.
Ruiz,
Armando and
Odell, the top
Arends.
5. Ramos, Doleo recovers from last week. We've got Diltz ahead of Arends. Alex Rivera will come home in 10th. Schofield 11th. Saunders, Zach Goddard in 13th. Delgado 14th. I don't know if that was with the penalty or not. We'll just have to see.
I don't know. I'm looking at Sandoval with a black flag at the end here.
Oh,
Oh, and I'm looking at a Ramon Vasquez, too, with a black flag drive-through all the way on the last lap.
Ramon Vasquez had a penalty for an unsafe rejoin because of that incident. And I'm not sure what's happening with Sandoval regarding the black flag.
Yeah, I'm looking at Sandoval.
We still got cars finishing, of course.
Yeah, Sandoval lap 22, black flag. And it's still showing on the timing tower, so we're going to see if he's going to drop or not.
Just waiting to see. Cartwright
Oh,
comes
no,
home.
the black flag got cleared. I think they realized it
Zarate
might have been
across.
too big of a penalty, and cleared that flag, because that would have probably dropped him all the way to the back of the pack.
Impressive showing for Miguel Colon in car number 87. Manuel Sandoval, Bryan Coxon. I'm excited for that, chat. And Jose Doleo winning the AM class. And we take a look at the classification. I just got a note from Cody Erdman on the side that said this was his last race at his home track. So not a good day to be ended up in the pit lane. Cody Erdman. Colon, Sandoval, Coxon, our podium and pro. Ruiz, Odell, Ramos. Doleo, Diltz, Arends, Rivera, Schofield, the top 10. No! The penalty. Did the penalty go through?
Yeah,
because
like the penalty went through. I think
everybody
they tried
finished.
to clear it.
I
think they tried to clear it, but it was too late.
So
Yeah,
unofficial results,
clarification.
yeah, let's try and get potentially while I handle interviews. So let's get through the classification unofficially right now. Schofield 10th, Saunders, Goddard through 12th, as it'll be Delgado down to 13th, Sandoval down to 14th, Benitez, Allen, Coffey, Ortiz, Padovani, Allroyd. Apologies for the silence. The penalty stands. The penalty stands. Ruiz promoted to third. I just heard over race control. So, that changes that. Allroyd, Chang. Let me pick this back up. Segenza, Kretschmer, Clark, Vasquez, Raquena, Corretto, Heinemann, Tim, Sosa, Baquedas, Wilkie, Gonzalez through 36th. 37th, Palermo, Vincent, Smith, Boisvert, Kyle Smith, Cody Erdman, Javier Lopez. And then we've got a couple of cars that did not even take the green flag. So, as we take a look at a couple cars on the front straightaway.
They roll up
Ramos,
as soon as I pull the graphic.
Rivera, and Arends. So, we're going to pull in our chats as we have them. So we've got Bryan Coxon first. Are you all ready, Bryan?
We'll find out.
And we pull in Bryan Coxon first, second place man. And Bryan, it's Bryan and Josh. You got us. I guess two questions that are kind of the same thing, just asked at once. Your race, first of all, your race in the last couple moments with Sandoval there, he got a penalty. Talk me through that. Talk me through your race. The floor is yours, my friend, because that was spicy for second there for a while.
Yeah, I believe, to my knowledge, he got the 25 incident penalty, and before that, I guess the rest of the race was just kind of running alone, trying to save a little fuel where I could and see if I could catch him. And then that last lap, I really went for it was going to go for it in turn 5. He moved over a bit later than I expected. Didn't mean to hit him, but I think that's what sent him over the instant point limit if he got a 4X there. Obviously not intentional contact, but just later than expected. And then kind of the same situation with the second move. At least from in the car at the time, I felt like he was moving over under braking, but I would have to watch it back. I can't really say, and I'm probably a bit biased, but it was just a chaotic race. The incident point limit is obviously there for a reason, so I didn't mean to obviously send him over, get a 4X if that is what caused it, but chaotic race.
You did definitely confirm, as Ethan Halsey said in our broadcast chat, that the 25X. And I'd view it this way. Now, I call it as I see it, whether that's a good thing or not. I did see that Sandoval came across under braking. It's the final lap, one of the last overtaking opportunities. And I wouldn't say that the 4X caused that, because you've got, let's say that was the 25th X, right? 21 other opportunities to not have an incident point. So
yeah.
that's my thought process. So you got anyone you'd like to thank for the now P2 result, my friend?
Just the other Midwest Motorsports guys I was racing with. It was fun talking to them and fun racing with them. But yeah, it was a chaotic race, but glad to be here.
All right, my friend. Good run, and we'll see you next week in Sebring. At least you're not in the Corvette, because remember a couple seasons ago you had that issue from the lead. So
yeah, that was
wish you
not
good
so
luck.
fun.
Wish you good luck for next week.
Thank you.
One other interview right now. Hopefully we don't get any others because this will be out of order. But the man of the hour, Miguel Colon, car number 87. I want to ask you how your race was, my friend, because you just set sail and you were gone. So how are you? And yeah, floor is yours.
Yeah, I just try to feel safe. That basically was the whole strategy during the race. Got a good quality, and then with the fuel saving, I was trying to help one of our teammates, which they are split up in different teams, but we are within the same community of CPR. Manuel Sandoval, and help him with the tow during the whole half of the race. To keep him try to get the podium. Unfortunately, he got the drive-through at the end. Due to the incident limit, but was trying to play the team game at that moment. And then once I realized after the pit stop that I had a big gap, had a fuel safe enough, I was just in send mode, chilling out. So it was pretty good race. Try to keep up, not doing any mistakes, and keep it under control.
So you say that you guys are part of the same community, so I guess I can ask this. I noticed, Bryan and I noticed during the pit stop rotation that I think the gap was like a couple seconds before the pit stop, and then it ballooned to 4.5. Was there a specific reason? Did like pit stop wise? I mean, you were slower on the pit stop than Sandoval, I think it was. So I didn't know if you had any input on that.
It was more of the fuel saving. If I was gonna put more fuel in my car, I decided to put a little more, because if I put the actual fuel that I needed, I finished the race with 1.5 gallon extra. I could reduce that, and the gap would have been bigger out of the pit stop. I was just trying to see if when I came out of the pit stop, it was close to him, so I could keep helping him with the tow through the race, because I know I was fast, just fuel saving. I was not pushing hard at all. So, but when I saw that it was like 4 seconds behind, then I was like, I was just gonna keep going.
See, thank you for that insight there, my friend. Anyone you'd like to thank for the victory today?
Well, I want to say I feel like Manu Pleta should have been finished today in the top podium. He worked hard, so I want to say hi to him. And also, we practiced with him this week, Armando Arends, and a lot of the guys from the community of Sim Racing PR. And also, special thanks to June Martinez, Martinoski, we call him. He actually provided us the tune for this track for the McLaren, and that tune was like flying. Like, we didn't have to do anything, so he was our tuner for this race. So I appreciate you too.
Alrighty, my friend. Good run, and we will see you next week in Sebring.
All right, thank you guys. Have a good night.
You too. Thank you, sir. So, we don't have Ruiz or Doleo. So, Bryan, if we can take a look, do we have points available to pull up?
I believe we do.
Take a look. See if we do. The pro class, exiting Road America, Edgar Ruiz up by 5. Ooh, up 2 spots. Parker Dime down 4. I don't think Parker was here tonight.
I didn't
So he
see
loses some positions there. And okay, so Coxon, Ramos, Dime, Colon, Schofield, Carrito, Clark, Odell, the top 10. And in the AM class, Doleo and Arends still tied. Is that updated?
Yeah.
They're still tied?
No,
Or sorry, it was Kretschmer.
Kretschmer.
Apologies, it was Kretschmer last week. Okay, yeah, so Jose Doleo went tied with Kretschmer to tied with Arends. What is happening in this series? This is awesome. Kretschmer, Timms, Vasquez, Sosa, Chang, Smith, Ziguenza, and our very own Justin Robichaux down a couple spots. Mr. Robichaux focusing on the race to the summit at Mount Washington, so that's going to be super exciting. And good luck. I don't know when that is, I should, but good luck to everyone involved on that as well. The Constructors Championship Sim PR ahead of WBM Green. Midwest Motorsport has both their teams in the top 4. EHM, Saints and Sinners, RS Motorsport, Sim Racing PR, and we take a look down the order there. And the Manufacturers Championship looks like Porsche, McLaren, Ford, no movement. Ferrari, sorry, I lied to you. Porsche, McLaren, swap. Ferrari, that part of the graphic didn't pop up. I called it too soon. I'm sorry. I'm super excited. Corvette, BMW, Lamborghini, Mercedes-Benz. Listen, you gotta tell me to be. I'm trying to be patient. I promise. It's hard. So, we take a look at those points. We still have no other interviews, so I think Bryan Sawyer, let's take a look. Take a look at some programming notes and some sponsor plugs, and then we'll close this one up. So, our next show for the Automotive Sports Network will be our first show for the TORQ IndyCar Series. That'll be Tuesday the 19th, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time at the racing capital of the world, the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. You'll have Bryan Sawyer and myself, Josh Mertz, for that one, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. As our next round for the TORQ Sports Car Series will be at Sebring, 21st, next Thursday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Remember, NASA Rallycross comes back late February, early March. We've got TORQ with their Endurance Series that's rumored to be happening. We'll keep you updated on that. A couple of other series happening as well. Forgot to mention, if you'd like to join TORQ, we do have a link floating around at the ASN News ticker and on the ticker if you go back on the broadcast. So just trying to join and grow both communities. As cameras all season on ASN, brought to you by Whiplash SimCams. Be sure to check them out at facebook.com/WSimCams. Thank you, Andrew Cardinale IV, for your camera support so much, my friend. You have done so much work. I appreciate it very much. If you like what you saw tonight, be sure to like and subscribe to the Automotive Sports Network on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube, and ring the bell to be notified of our live streams on Sunday. Well, currently, technically, Tuesday, Thursday. We're going to have Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, every week. Every day of the week. It's going to be awesome in 2025. Along with our shorts, courtesy of Jess Rakowski. And Bryan Sawyer, give me a final thought.
We're 2-1. We've had two excellent starts, clean starts. I was very proud of everybody through the whole first couple laps there. Nothing major. I mean, everybody held together. It was pretty clean. I mean, we didn't bring out the full course caution, so that's a win. Pretty clean night overall. Still excited to see. It's real tight up. It's real tight in both classes. I mean, we still have a tie in the AM. And yeah, things are shaking out a little more. Excited to see where it goes.
As with the ties and the points, it's crazy that with over 40 cars every single week, and one guy having a bad race, like Kretschmer had a bad race, and was it Arends that tied the AM class? You get one guy having a bad race, the other guy steps in. It is still a tie for the points lead. It is crazy, and there's still, I think 4 or 5 weeks left, maybe more this season.
This is 7.
And
we're going to 12. We got 5 more.
That's bananas. After 7 weeks, there's still basically a tie in the pro class, tie in the AM class. It's just, it's super, super awesome to see. As the checkered flag has fallen on the evening. From all of us at the Automotive Sports Network, from Jess Rakowski, Victor Vallee, Justin Robichaux, Josh Darnell, Ethan Halsey, Cody Erdman, and Bryan Sawyer, my name is Josh Mertz, and we hope you enjoyed today's coverage of the TORQ Sports Car Series tonight from Elkhart Lake and the Ethan Halsey TORQ Racing ASN Memorial Celebrity Rabies Awareness Pro-Am Fun GT3 Race for the Cure race. Thank you, Jeff Cartwright. We congratulate our Pro Class winner, Miguel Colon, and our AM Class winner, Jose Doleo. And be sure to join us next week in Sebring, Florida. But until then, so long, everyone.